So, oh, and my resume. That's the other one I missed. Prep work for interviews and stuff. Where's my thingy, my bobber doohickey? If Melissa could spell, that would be amazing. There we go. Okay, so one of the biggest things we want to make sure that we have is not our phone number on here. Oh no, phone number was fine, but not the full address. We want an email, like ways to contact you, but we only want like city and state, and that's it. If even that. I've heard some recruiters or hiring managers don't even want to see that, because if they see you're out of state, they won't even look at you, even if it's a remote position. So definitely things to think about. I still think mine is really crowded, but I still really like my typed out and clickable links. Like, so if they have it digitally, they can click the links, but if it's printed, they can see what the link is, so they can type it out, type of thing on my resume. Ricky, are you part of P&A right now, or are you already alumni?
I'm an alumni. This just popped up, so I figured I'd jump in to see what was going on.
Yep. Have you ever run your resume through JobScan?
I have not. That would be something good to do.
Yeah, so I don't really want to sign up. I need to sign in. But oh, good. This resume here, not that one. Where'd it go? This one. Scored a 91 through JobScan.
Okay.
The things that it asked me to fix are stupid things. Incorrect job title in the job description. I'm pretty sure I know what my job title is, so I'm pretty sure that's okay. And a job's company name and web address. I don't have the web address to the company names, so that's something I could easily fix. But other than that, it actually really scored pretty well in here, and it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing to look at to see how do you measure up. Although the other day we found out everybody was scoring a 91, so now we're not so sure how accurate that was. But it does have some key points that to make sure that you're looking for. Like, are you using a PDF? Because a lot of companies are using ATS now, which is I forget what ATS stands for. Oh, applicant tracking system. So these are different things to look at in terms of making sure that your resume does or does not have them. So one of the things I wanted to do today was, if anybody wanted to share their resume with the quote unquote class, to see if we had any tips of how it could be fixed. I was going to have you guys do that. I didn't know if anybody wanted to share their current resume.
I would do that, but I'd have to switch to my laptop because I wasn't planning on doing much of anything. I was actually just going to sit down and have a snack and check this out. But
oh, no worries, no worries. Yep.
But
Like I've been
I
working on
definitely
mine.
We're still working on yours.
Yeah, like I've been working on fixing it up like from the one I had previously just to try and make it more like a technical resume
Hmm.
because the one I had is a little different.
Yeah, technical resumes are definitely different because they have the whole like projects area.
Yeah, that
Um,
section is completely new on my new resume, and I do have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like I've had a big gap in my work experience, so that's probably something I need to ask you about.
so do I. Like if you look at this one, 2009 to 2020, that's a pretty big gap. Um, I actually had a couple jobs in between times, but they had absolutely nothing to do with anything technical. So I didn't feel putting them on there was worth it. I mean, technically, I probably don't really even need to put the Navy on there, but it
Yes,
was
you do.
technical. Yes, I do.
Like
So
that's good all the way around, right? Military stuff.
it is. I think it is, and that's why I keep it because it goes to certain people when certain recruiters hear that you've been in the service, it automatically changes the way they think about you most of the time in a good way. So that's why I keep it on there, but I don't know. Like I'd love to cut out something, but I don't know what I would cut out in terms of my technical resume because like the experience side, it's all something I've done in terms of technical stuff. I mean, I guess technically I can add something to it soon. Oh, I guess I should update this too, shouldn't I?
We're still in January, right?
Well, it is still January. It's just going to be January. It's so sad. I really hate putting that.
It's
It
so weird
hurts.
to think about.
It hurts. It hurts right here in the feels. You know what? These things are out of order. I have to fix that. And I need to fix this too, because that's not the link for that. And that's not the name of it anymore. What was the name of it now? Oh yeah, Code Buzz Helpers. I forgot. I couldn't remember what we named it. Oop. There we go. It's a little bit better anyways. Um, okay, so that was one of them. The other one was making sure your LinkedIn is up to snuff. Um, one of the things that the career services always stress is having a really good tagline. I just redid mine. Okay, no problem. What do you guys think of this for a tagline? Like, so it's supposed to be like short and sweet, but still be me.
I've seen so many different those on LinkedIn. Like some people just put a couple like languages or frameworks or something, and then some people have like, you know, a paragraph, and I mean that seems very concise. But what do you think is better, having like the languages and frameworks there, or like a mission objective type setup?
I personally, I think I think it needs to be something that if they go to my profile, they're gonna see that right away, so they can read it and they can instantly get an idea of who I am. So I want it to describe me in as little words as possible, type of thing. So they get a chance to read it all in like their little passage through things or whatever. I just don't know if I've captured that or not. I feel like I have, but at the same time, not sure.
I mean, that definitely reads you to me.
Is it a good reads me or
Yes,
a bad reads me?
yes, good.
um yeah, I mean that's just me. I mean I've seen languages myself too, but
'Cause
I
that's all I have. I put HTML, CSS, and JavaScript on mine.
that's it.
But I mean, those are the ones like I'm more confident about. Like, even though we did the other projects and stuff, like, you know, I don't necessarily want
Yeah, but you could
recruiters
also
and stuff.
put like didn't we do Next.js?
Yeah, like we did the Next.js React front end, but I don't know. I should probably change mine to something more like yours.
I don't
Because
know.
all the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like that's on the stuff below.
Yeah, that's why I kept it out of there, because when you go down to um wherever that there it is, skills, that's where that would be.
Okay,
Oh, and I
something.
found out that recommendations are good too. So if you have which of course I'm happy to provide as well. Um if anybody's willing to provide a recommendation for you, like Aaron, you know, fellow instructor, did one for me, which I love the way it reads, but at the same time, I feel like it's half BS.
That's the hard part with this stuff for me. Like, selling yourself, you know, it seems so
Well, he wrote it, and I'm just like,
well then how is it BS?
I don't know, it feels.
That's what LinkedIn is though, right? Like, um getting a driver's license on LinkedIn is like, went to the DMV, talked to the specialist behind the counter, did all of these courses to empower my knowledge of the road and stuff. Like, it's like you have to over embellish.
Yeah, and Ricky's true. It's selling is BS, but it's just. I guess my biggest problem right now is the imposter syndrome is extremely real right now for me. Um, being told that I'm no longer going to have a job, um, really shook me to the point where I'm just like, what did I do to get put on that list of being let go? And how can I make it better? And, you know, was I even really good at my job? That type of thing. But then I get people saying things like this, and I'm like, okay, maybe I was good at my job, or
You're
maybe
good at your job.
or I'm like, or maybe he's just BSing to help me out, just to be nice. I'm like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's just like, just being told that I'm being let go was just really, really hard. Really big confidence shaker.
you made it further than me. You actually got the job. Teaching too. Your knowledge is there. So far, everything I've read in this isn't BS. It's true.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what's not true? It might seem a little, a lot to you, but it's true, right?
I don't know, like the encouraging as a mentor. I never really saw myself as a mentor.
I think of you as one. Does that help?
It does. It does.
Because I've been out of the dojo since 2020, right? Like, and I haven't really had much motivation to get back in until you started all of the CodeZero stuff. So
Yeah, but
it's
that was
definitely
just
true.
yeah, that was just an event. I don't know. Like I said, my confidence has been shook really bad, so I'm still trying to recover from it. So Ricky, you said you were switching to your laptop. Did you want to share your resume?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll share. Let's see. Fine.
Hi Annie, by the way, if I didn't say it before. I can't remember if I did or not.
Oh, hi. No.
Oh, there you
I
go.
have been sleeping half the day today. Well, that doesn't look like a resume. You fail. No, I'm joking.
All right. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yours is on Google Drive too.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like your technical skills. I like the way you have yours.
This is after many, many iterations and sending it out to different people that, work in tech or already work at companies and getting feedback from just all over the place. So this is, as always, it's ever evolving, but this is what I have right now.
Okay, I'm going to play stupid. And the last word of the first sentence of your summary, what is that?
Users?
No. First line.
Uh,
Customer service. I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
in the summary, you said?
Yep.
Acumen. Sorry,
Yep.
acumen.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
It's like your ability to do something.
Oh, okay. See, he used big words.
It sounds good.
Well, and also another good thing to do is to throw it in Chat GPT to kind of help boost things a little bit,
See, I
or
like
have it reword it for you sometimes.
right. And that's the other thing I like. I like that you have a summary. I don't have a summary, and my skills are just listed, but I like how your technical skills are like separated by category.
Yeah, that was something I picked up from someone I know that works at Microsoft. He told me that was probably a better way to list them.
Wait a minute. Did I have you in Project and Algos?
No, I graduated in 2021. I think I had who was my instructor for Project Algos? It was oh Jesus, I can't even remember his name. No, that's not good.
It was that Trip Buddy. I remember a project called Trip Buddy in one of my Projects and Algos class.
no, no, the Trip Buddy I did after I finished um I actually just did that one like not that long ago. That was just like a uh like help you find like different restaurants and attractions around where you live, basically just using a Google Maps IPA and you search for different results with that. But I'm sure that the name's like probably easy to come up with for a lot of people. So
Yeah,
so
probably.
it's
Yeah.
just a coincidence in the name.
I like your technical projects too, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, is it linked to your actual project too?
Yeah, the all of the projects you have hyperlinks that link to an actual running version of the project. So so if somebody opens this up, then they can go to the actual project and play with it or whatever.
That's cool. I was trying to figure out how to make mine look. That I might steal that. I'm going to steal that
Yeah,
actually.
for sure. Yeah, that's the name of the game. Pick up anything you can to enhance.
I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm tossed between the way you have your projects versus the way I have mine. I have all the languages listed, but I have them listed underneath the title and after like a quick sentence of what it's about.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
I have
this is,
bullet
oh, I'm
points.
sorry, go ahead.
No,
And then
and then
bullet
I have
points.
bullet points after that. Yeah. But I don't have the year that I created it.
Yeah, let's see, I'm trying to think. There was I think a recruiter I spoke to a while ago, or a couple of different people were like, "Oh, it's good if you put the year in there." So, for whatever reason, like I kind of don't like having the year because it's like, then if it's like, let's say it was something I did that's old, then they're like, "Oh, you haven't done anything for a year or whatever." So I kind of don't like having the year there, but it also, I guess, keeps me honest and makes me continue to work on projects.
Yeah, and I was thinking that if I had the year like next to mine, I could always put like the year I started it and the last year I worked on it or something like that. Or if because like both of my projects I started a year ago. Well, one of them I started 2 years ago, but so that would be the year that I would put, but at the same time, I still work on them. And that's why I have them listed on my resume because they're my most, they're the ones I'm most proud of.
Right. Yeah, I had seen somewhere, I think like in the Discord chat, some, with a group of people discussing like different things about resumes and whatnot. And somebody was saying that they put like projects that aren't finished on there. And I would never think to do that because I don't, just since I'm trying to get still get a job, like I would think that would be weird, but I guess, people were like, yeah, do that. And then if they ask about it, I just tell them where I'm at. And the code has, comments to see where I'm trying to go with it. And I was like, hey, well, I mean, I guess if it works, that works.
Well, yeah, both of my projects that I have on mine aren't done, but one of them never will be. So,
Okay.
well, no, on purpose. That's the one that CodeZero did in December. That's the helper site that's visual guides. That one
Oh, okay.
that one will never be done ever, I hope, anyways. Because I always want to be adding new aids, new guides, new pictures to it. So that's one that's supposed to be evolving and continuously growing. So I guess that's another way to look at it too, is if it's supposed
Right.
to improve and stuff.
Right. Right.
What do you have for your
Yeah.
education?
Let's see.
And that's the years you graduated, right?
Right.
So interesting. I have I mean I went through a different boot camp, but I have a very similar thing, but I also have like how long it was.
Oh, okay. To show from such and such time to
No, like I actually put that it was a 7-month accelerated program for
Oh,
I
okay.
went through, so that they know that I learned XYZ in 7 months.
Right. Okay. All
Um,
right. Yeah, that'd be another good bullet point to put in there.
because I was thinking about that, and I was like, I feel like that something's missing from your education. Not the college one, more so the coding dojo, because if they've never heard of coding dojo,
Ah, right. Okay.
they're like, okay, well, what is that? I mean, it does say it says a full stack training program, but how long did it take you to go through it? And if you're covering those 3 languages, they're gonna assume it's probably like a college.
Right. Okay.
But I think highlighting that it was less than that, like, it was what, 6 months,
Yeah, let's
I
see. It
think,
was February.
depending on which
Yeah, I think it's
program.
like yeah, I did the like I guess self-paced one, the one that's longer. I can't remember how long that was, but I think it's like 6 months, something like that.
The flex one or accelerated?
Yeah, the flex, I think that's what it
Okay,
was.
so then, well, no, you did Java and Merge, so you had to do accelerated. Because we don't on flex, we only do Python. So then
Okay.
that would be 2 months for each of the 3 languages, 1 month for web fundamentals, and 1 month of P&A. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. That's 8 months.
Okay. Yeah,
Which,
like all like seem to zoom by, so it was
yeah, but I mean, but if you think about it, a college, everyone thinks college is 2 to 4 years, but you
Mhm.
did 3 full stack languages in 8 months.
Yeah.
So that shows that you can learn quickly. At least that's what I see. That's what I think anyways. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, we should throw that in there. I never thought about that.
Yeah, that's what Dewey put on mine. Like, it's been a while since I talked to him. It was before we did the October CodeZero thing, but he was helping me with my resume, and he put 16 weeks intensive coding boot camp, 1,000+ hours of full stack web development, algorithms, and then put if you got like a black belt or whatever,
Oh,
in the education spot.
Oh yeah,
well, that's good.
I've heard people putting their belts on their resumes, because it becomes a talking point. They're like, well, what does the black belt mean versus a red belt or whatever? Like, especially if you get like the full rainbow of colors. Like, what's the difference between these belts?
Right. But that does sound good because especially if you get, it's good to put on there, especially if you're getting black belts, because I mean, you work hard to get those. So I guess it's good to put that as an accomplishment on there.
I mean, shoot, I'd still put orange belt on there too. I mean, in all honesty, I'd still put that because you know what, 24 hours. Yeah, that's a lot longer, but still, if you just learned it and you had less than 2 months to learn it and you were able to do it, so it's still
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah, just completing those projects, period, for the exams is something worth putting on there. I like those points that Dewey had you do. I mean, it seems like you made it very thorough in the explanation.
I mean, I guess it says what happened in boot camp really well. I mean, because you definitely put in hours, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That
I
would
like
be
how we put
super.
1,000+ hours because that's not
Yeah.
that's not what's on the certificate. I think the certificate has like 900 hours or something like that, but yeah, you put 1,000+ hours because that
Yeah.
is totally what gets put in.
I have
Right.
no idea, but it sure seems like that's probably somewhere close.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think I'd want to figure it out anymore. Like that time has passed and it's about the future now.
Exactly.
So
Dewey seems like the awesome CSM. Like every time I see stuff from him, he's like trying to be very helpful.
now, is this
And
just your general resume or is this your technical one?
This is yeah, I guess the
Or is it both?
yeah, it's both because I mean I haven't I'm only applying to try to get a job in tech, so this is what I've been sending out.
Okay. No, I was asking because of your work experience.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is like I said, both. So because I haven't been able to get anything going yet, so this is what I have.
So, what are y'all's thoughts on adding things like participating in CodeZero as professional experience?
I think that's a good one. I've seen well, at least I should say I've heard of people doing things like that if they do participate in like a open source type of situation.
Like my thoughts were to put it on like the project area of the resume, but
Yeah,
my
but
work history is pretty lacking in the past couple years. So it'd be good if I could put it there.
well, that's what I'm thinking because I was thinking originally as well as the project area, but what are you gonna do? Add a new entry for every event you attend? Since we have them like every month now, I mean, that could be a lot of projects you list there. I mean, not bad, yes, but if we put it as like, especially the way he words it, like Ricky has it on his professional experience, not work history, but professional experience. I like that. And that would totally count as professional experience, I think. Especially because that's one of the goals that I've had is to try to run it as work-like as possible.
Right, because you're doing the same thing, like different people are getting different jobs and you're working as a group and making sure that everybody has their assignment and the assignments are lining up to complete the project. So yeah, that, like you said, that would be real work.
We just have to figure out how to word it. Obviously, the name, that's easy, CodeZero.
Right.
But and
Could it
remote
just
would
be
be
something that's like coding dojo, like CodeZero project? I mean, I'm
oh
not
no,
sure
no,
how.
we've dropped the coding dojo part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since I'm no longer part of coding dojo, well, as of the 31st, I'm taking zero with me. So
Gotcha.
because no one else is gonna run it when I'm gone. So I'm taking it
Right.
with me.
Okay, fair enough.
So you can do for like the job title. I don't want to say participant because that's not always true. Because especially like for you, Chris, because you were a team lead for one.
Coder is technically true.
Huh?
Coder or programmer is technically true.
I guess you could just say developer.
Oh yeah, no.
Just say developer and then CodeZero and then remote and then participated in several project events. I think. Does that sound okay? Doesn't sound very professional, does it?
Sounds like a good way to start it. I think like you just have to kind of, I guess, make a little like list of like what was entailed and what part you were doing, and then probably whittle it down to make bullet points
Yeah,
about
and
how you
ChatGPT, of
participated.
course.
It's going on mine right now. Like
I can tell. I can see that right now. I can see how it's typing. It's like I'm writing this out now.
yes.
Because you also were in charge of Git that one event. So that's definitely something you can certainly put in there. That's definitely experience that you would want as professional experience.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, especially being the person that manages it, it can get hectic.
Yeah, and CodeZero is definitely something I'm gonna stick with if Melissa's sticking with it. Like, so that'll be great to have on there because I think it's been since 2020 when I have anything in my work experience area.
I'm definitely changing my work experience to professional experience. That sounds so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, use any and everything that you want.
Now, why did
I
you
had
have education before your professional experience?
I think that's just the way it ended up getting laid out. There was, I can't remember how long ago, but there was at some point I had a template from, I can't remember if it's from a CSM or from somebody else that had helping me with um my resume, but that's just how it was laid out.
Oh, mine just has
Like,
experience, not work experience. Mine just says experience. That's it.
oh, okay. So I was like, I could switch them because I mean, usually I feel like the education is probably the last thing they are looking for when they're scanning. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I don't know if I'd want to put that so far up on the resume because that's not as important as what you've done.
right,
And is yours just one page?
yes,
So I have heard from recruiters that that is no longer required, or
just
that 2 pages is acceptable.
oh, okay, yeah. I was on that whole thing of like, make it as easy as possible for them to scan through, and if you can put it on one page, keep it one page. So if that's the case, then that'll give me a little more room to play with.
Because like yours is nicely spaced out, where mine I had to like make the font smaller. And I really didn't like it, and if I were to take my skills and put them like yours would, because over the last couple of years I've learned so many different languages to be able
Right.
to teach them. Did someone help
I
you put
mean,
the skills the way you have them, like in terms of front end and back end?
yeah, like I said, the person I know that works at Microsoft, when he got back to me, when he looked over it, he was like, "Hey, this would probably be a better way to list these." And he like sent me an example of like his resume, and he was like, "Try to do it like this." And he's like, "That reads better as far as like when they look at what languages and frameworks and whatnot that you can do or work with."
And it was weird to see Python and Java in the back end area, but I guess technically they are a back end thing.
Right. Yeah, I thought the same thing when I saw it on his, but yeah, like when you think about it, like I mean, JavaScript is front end because you use that to actually manipulate the the DOM, so that makes more sense.
Are you Scrum certified?
What's that?
Are you Scrum certified?
No, that's actually a little touch of BS there. That was something that he he was like, oh, pull like some of these words out and put those as skills, like just to,
Well, no,
you know,
you have process. So you don't have certified or certification. But you just have the process, which means you're familiar with it.
right.
So if they if they ask you if you're certified, you can be like, no, but I've used it, or I'm familiar with it. So that's fine. If you can, I do recommend it, getting Scrum certified.
Okay.
It looks really good. Um, I'm assuming that I got lucky because my boot camp was holding classes, or I don't know, I can't remember how I found it, but I paid $50 to get certified because they covered the rest of it. And when I look at it now, it looks like it's like $1,000 just to get certified. I'm like, wait, what?
Whoa, holy shit, Jesus.
I'm like, wait, what?
Well,
I'm
that
like,
was a good deal then.
heck yeah. I'm like, I'm very adamant in keeping up on my recertification because you have to recertify every year. So I get a new certificate every single year, and I only pay $50 for the exam fee.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but I mean that part's normal. The exam fee is always $50. So that would have been the same either way. But if you can get certified, you know what, Chris? Remind me next time we're talking about Tech Byte learning, because I want to add that option maybe of getting certifications through Scrum.
So it's actual Scrum, like there's a
Yeah.
Scrum Master certifications.
Oh yeah. There's a whole bunch of different ones through
Is
Scrum.
it the Scrum Alliance? Is it that one?
Scrum Inc.
Scrum Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different
Yeah, there's so many Scrum websites.
yeah, so where's I'm gonna steal the screen real quick.
Scrum Inc.
Yeah, so this is the one that has it. Like all the Scrum ones, these are all the different ones that you could get certifications in.
Okay.
With Scrum Master being, I believe, the top one. I didn't say right click, I said this click. Yeah, because that's what I am, Scrum Master certified.
By Scrum Inc.
Yep.
So
Yeah, see, look at this. Look how much it is. I didn't pay that.
thinking about certifications, I mean, who is Scrum Inc. to where they can give certifications? Are they anything in
Yeah,
specific?
Scrum is the process. It's
But is
part of the
Scrum Inc.
agile. Huh?
is Scrum Inc. Like an owner of
Mhm.
like did they create stuff?
Yep. They're part of it.
Well, my question, my thinking right now is like, can we just like make a certificate and say it's you're registered such and such
No,
by
because there's
Tech
an actual
Bytes?
registry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's an actual registry for it. Like when I actually go to look at my exams, like I have a
Thanks for letting us look at your resume. It was very nice.
yes, thank you.
Yes, for sure. Thank you guys for the input. So I wanted to keep going, but I have to have to go. Hope you guys have a good night.
You too.
Yeah. Oh, it's not gonna let me show it. Yeah, but there's an actual like credential and stuff for it. There we are.
I wonder what that process is like,
What?
getting credentialed.
Yeah, me too. I haven't thought that far into that yet. Right now, I'm just like, oh, there we go. That's not it either. What the heck, man?
It was
That's
founded
where
by
it
the
is.
co-creator of Scrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good certification then. Like he only helped make the idea. So yeah, that's
And then I'm part of because it's registered now, so like I have an ID and everything, so you can look up all this everybody who's certified as a Scrum Master.
well that's really cool. And the reason I was asking is because when I just typed in Scrum certificates, like there were so many things that popped up. Like I didn't look in them yet, but I imagine they don't have, you know, Jeff Sutherland leading the actual project there.
So there's other ones. Jesus, this one's just as expensive. It's the exact same price. Well, for that, you might as well just. Hey, you might as well just get the whole thing. It's the same price, or might as well just be the registered. Instead, this one's a scale practitioner. Might as well just get the whole thing. Oh, interesting. That's part of the product owner course. Oh, so I'm just part of it. So they recommend having the Scrum Master training before you take this course. Yeah, I'm not paying that.
No, I need to do all the free stuff first.
Yeah, right. But there's group discounts. We offer hardship discounts for students and job seekers. There you go. Oh crap, it's that time too. That's right, we got a couple good ideas today.
I know. I'm gonna need to finish looking